It's a beautiful night for high school football here in Wapakoneta.
It's time for Wapakoneta High School football on TSC. I'm Big Dan Wilson, and tonight's game is being brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications. Hello again, everyone. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop for week number 7 of high school football here on TSC. It's a beautiful night for high school football here from Wapakoneta as the 4-2 Wapakoneta Redskins take on the 2-4 Kenton Wildcats. A lot of history between these two teams, Josh.
Yeah, Dan.
Let's see if we can make some history tonight.
We were trying to think of this. Just not too long ago, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, Matty Mock's senior year, and we had a crowd that was, I think they started tailgating at like 8 or 9 in the morning over here. And, I mean, they had buses over there and ESPN, helicopters everywhere. But tonight's a different night. We got a new quarterback for Kenton. And sophomore quarterback for Wapakoneta, and it's going to be the battle of the quarterbacks because they're both throwing all over the place. We got Moyer with 1,131 yards on the season with 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and we got Corbin Johnson with 846 passing yards, 12 TDs, and 3 interceptions. And the thing is, they both run the ball too when they need to.
If they have to, of course. Wapak with a tough test tonight, especially against this team. But defensively, we could talk a little bit about some of those defensive stats, you know, as far as Wapak is concerned coming into this game. I mean, they've done very well when it comes to stopping the teams that they need to stop so far this year.
And Wapak's in top of every category. They're there 1 and 2 in the whole league. Yeah. And you got Schnarry with a lot of tackles, and you're just
number one scoring defense.
Yes,
Wapak
we are number
has.
one scoring defense. You got our defensive coordinator just making adjustments left and right, and he's done a really good job the last 2 to 3 weeks and shutting down offenses.
Wapak obviously with that number 1 scoring defense paying dividends for them, having the number 2 total team defense. The number 1 total team defense we get to play next week. That's a lineup.
Yes.
But first things first with the Kenton Wildcats here at home.
And receiving for Kenton Wildcats is Preston Collins and Johnston for the Kenton Wildcats. But I'm pretty sure they won't ever get to return the ball.
Well, we'll see if they do.
Oh,
they try.
Yeah, he tried really hard, but he just couldn't get it done. DeLong tried to return it 5'10", 155 junior.
Out come the Kenton Wildcats, led by Corbin Johnson, the junior. And Corbin is their leading rusher, obviously their leading passer. He does it all, and like we said, he's in that mold of Mock and the other great quarterbacks that were great runners in that particular scheme that Kenton has always run and continues to run as they come out in that familiar 5 wide receiver set, empty backfield with motion to the right. That's Corbin Johnson in motion to the right. And that was actually Preston Collins at quarterback, right? Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, it's Blaine, Blaine Bush on the quarterback. Is he a new quarterback they got in here this week?
Carson DeLong on the receiving end.
I don't know what happened with their
Well, I guess their quarterback, I heard that he may have been injured. But Bushong comes out firing.
He looked good.
And the Kenton Wildcats 1st and 10 from the Wapakoneta 48-yard line. Not missing a beat.
No.
That pass is completed to Alex Rogel. So all the big hitters not seeing the ball right now.
Right now. You had Schnarry on the tackle there, but it's going real fast. Kenton's coming out a really fast-paced offense.
There was some talk that that Corbin Johnson was not going to be able to play tonight because of an injury. And there it looks like there could be a fumble, but they're going to say he was down.
Right. Sorry, that was a little loud there.
So Blaine Bushong, the sophomore, another sophomore out there. Not a very big guy at 5'8", 150 pounds. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 36. Kind of caught us off guard here as far as the offense is concerned as soon as they came out. I heard some inklings that Johnson may not be playing tonight, so that was kind of surprising there. So there's Bushong in a single empty backfield, 2nd and 5 from the Wapak 36. Kenton on the move. He's starting to feel a little pressure there, and he's going to go down.
And that's what you're going to see Wapak dial up now. Now they know they see their sophomore quarter. I think Wapak was kind of thrown off with Bushong starting also. On the tackle was Truesdale. He just came through unblocked.
Boy, Joey just blew through there. A big loss, too. Moves the ball back to the 45 of the Wapakoneta Redskins. Just underway here from Wapakoneta. Kenton on their first possession started at their 20. A couple of big plays. There's that slant, and that's a familiar play that they've run forever.
Reese Schnarry on the tackle.
And that's number 12, Beasley. Again, not a very big guy, 5'7", 165 pounds, but another junior out there.
They've always had those kind of guys, Dan. I mean, even when I played back 2018, 150 years ago.
And here's another thing. They go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they do.
That never changes. Wapak's 39. He's got a man open across the middle, and he completes it down inside the 20-yard line.
Caleb Moyer on the tackle with Grady Clemon Beasley on the receiving end of the ball.
1st and 10 for the Kenton Wildcats. Just like that from the Wapakoneta 19. 4 wide receivers to the right. Here's Bushong. 3-step drop. Looks frozen. Looks like it's picked off.
And it is.
It is.
That's Jarrett Mullen.
Jarrett Mullen, who had a great week last week.
And he
and a big break for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Wow. Yeah, he just threw it too far in front of his receiver, and Jarrett Mullen was sitting there waiting on it. What a catch. Jarrett Mullen with a great catch there.
Wow.
Man, that is awesome because Kenton was on fire. I mean, the backup, I don't know if they've seen a lot of film on this guy, but he was throwing all over the place.
Big INT, big turnover, and Wapak leads the league.
And turnovers ratio.
In the turnover ratio, absolutely.
Bushong.
Moyer going to hand it off. On 1st and 10, it's Jace Nouse. And he barely got a yard on that play.
About a yard.
Boy, big turnover for the Kenton Wildcats after starting pretty hot right there.
Yeah, they were really hot. And Wapak was kind of on their heels, and big play by Jarrett Mullen making something happen.
Nouse is coming out. Truesdale's coming out. They're going to a 5 or 4 wide receiver set. Moyer single setback. He's going to throw that quick screen to Caden Page, and Caden Page.
Him quick soccer feet, man. He just got out of that. It's like he had a ball at his feet and did it in a oopie loop, man. And he got right out of that DB's feet or hands and it's like he did it in and out.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark the ball at the 22. Caden Page, by the way, set a record against Van Wert, a Wapak school record of 189 yards with those 3 TDs he had against Van Wert.
He had a big night. He was on fire.
And that's breaking Rob Woodruff's record from 1994.
That was my senior year, Dan.
1st and 10 from the 22. Then you should remember.
I do remember that. I knew it was probably Woodruff's year. He was good. He was a track star. He was a really good receiver. He was 6'1", 200 pounds.
Penalty's going to go against the Redskins. Mark the ball back to the 17-yard line. It'll bring up 1st and 15. Caden Page having a heck of a year. And, boy, I'll tell you, like I said several times, watching him and Moyer progress over the next couple of years is going to be a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Nouse in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff, turns the corner over the 20, 25, and wrestled out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
And he's got the first down with a tackle from 27 from Kenton.
Colby Howard, I think, number 9.
Number 9, okay. It was Colby Howard. There's a lot of Howards over in Kenton. Now even go back to when I played. The Howards are all over in that place.
We'll call it a gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Just underway here, first quarter action from Wapakoneta. 4-2 Redskins, the 2-4 Wildcats. We've got motion to the right. That's Grant Jolly. And, boy, what a nice burst of speed there by Nouse.
Yeah, he said, hey, let me have that ball and just let me make some noise here. Tackle by 24 and number DeLong again, and your safety, number 9, Colby Howard on the tackle.
They'll mark the ball at the Wapak 47. Wapak on the move after the INT, after Kenton quickly moved it into Wapak territory to start the game, starting at their 20. And that INT inside the 20 of Wapakoneta was a big plus for the Wapak defense. We've got motion to the right, toss sweep. It's Jolly, turns the corner, up over the 50.
Run. Yeah, Jolly with a good 5-yard, 6-yard run with 27 for Kenton on the tackle. Jaden Mustin.
Yeah, you should be able to see these numbers this week.
Yeah, last week. I was trying to remember weeks. Shawnee last week was awful.
Yeah.
Could barely see him.
Boy, the last 2 weeks, Van Wert and Shawnee, they need to do something about those uniforms.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll call it a gain of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 49. 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak's first possession of the game after the interception by Mullins. That's Jolly, motion to the left. Nouse over the left tackle, over the 40.
Nice run.
And down to the 37. I thought he was going to break it there for a second.
Yeah, I did too. And the safety comes up and makes another good tackle, Howard. But I tell you what, if Howard ain't there, Howard's lucky he's staying his ground. If he ain't in his position, he's giving up some TDs because that looked ready to go to the house.
1st and 10 for the Wapakoneta Redskins from the Kenton 37. 2 wide receivers, that's Page and Jolly out to the left. Nouse back there. Hauser in the slot. Moyer looks, throws in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Grant Jolly.
He don't drop too many of those, does he, Dan?
Well, he kind of threw it
a little behind him.
It
was a little behind him.
Homecoming night tonight. And our congratulations going out to Reese Schnarry, the homecoming king.
Yep.
Number 35.
He did a good job
we'll keep
all
an eye on
year.
him tonight.
Yeah, he's going to see if he's still in the game or is he all worried about homecoming.
Page split wide to the right. Jolly in motion to the right. Moyer, there's whistles as he hands it off to Nouse. And it's going to go against the Redskins. And it's going to be a false start. That'll back it up. Back to the 47-yard line. Or 42-yard line, sorry.
Yeah.
From the 37 to the 42. Only a 5-yard penalty, but it'll bring up 2nd down. And 15 for the Redskins. Week number 7 of high school football here on TSC. Hard to believe.
It is. It's hard to believe.
Here's Moyer looking left, setting up the screen, and it's going to get batted down and intercepted. What a nice defensive play. This time you're all over it with 27.
Jaden Mustin. Batted down and caught it. Yes. What a play by the young sophomore.
So every time the offensive line releases for a screen like that, they have to be careful not to let him in too quick.
Yeah.
And they did just that. They let him in way too quick.
Right.
Moyer wasn't ready for it. He saw the pressure, tried to maybe even do a jump pass over him and couldn't do it.
And Musson just jumped up top, batted it down into his own hands.
So turnovers are the name of the game as Wapak turns it back over to the Kenton Wildcats, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from the Wapak 45-yard line. Trying to set up the screen. That's a little pump and go there by the quarterback and complete. And what a nice pass. Boy, I'll tell you, that kid is a sophomore.
Yeah, Beasley?
Bouchon.
Oh, yeah, Bouchon's a sophomore, and Beasley is a junior. 5'7", 165.
My goodness, and just like that, they're down to the Wapak 22, 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Bouchon tries to set up their kind of screen. Boy, I've seen that so many times by Kenton. It's that little slant screen.
It's tough to defend, especially when all eyes are on your quarterback. But, you know, the Bouchon's a new guy in here. They got to respect him, but
called a gain of 1. There's actually somebody in the backfield with him this time. That's number 18, Regal. And it's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and Alex Rogel. And Rogel's going to pound it down inside the 15-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 1.
And Truesdale on that tackle.
Boy, I did not expect this out of the Kenton offense with Corbin Johnson not playing tonight. And this is the sophomore, Blaine Bouchon. Bouchon going to hand it off, and that's not going anywhere.
Nowhere to go for the young man there.
Read well by the Wapakoneta defense.
Young group of Redskins, Schnarry and Rampula and all kinds of them in their Holzkamp, and they said, "Hey, bud, we don't want to give you a touchdown. It's 4th and 4 now." So.
Yep, 4th and 4 from the 16. 5:24 remaining in the quarter. It's going fast. Bouchon trying to get him off sides. That was almost made the Wapak Redskin defensive line jump. He's got 4 wide receivers out to the right. Look for that screen out to the left or that slant. As Bouchon looks left, is he cheating? Let's see what happens. He looks left again just to make sure.
Oh, somebody jumped.
Yeah.
And it looks like Bouchon's gone over to talk it over with his coaches, but he's got now, do they have a field goal kicker, Dan? I mean, I think Kenton might want to get some points.
Well, that was one of the things when we looked at these two teams, as far as kicking stats are concerned, we look at the kickers, and I will tell you one thing: Kenton is dead last.
Okay.
Yeah, or next to last in kicking.
And they probably have been since I can remember, because they never kicked field goals. They went for 2 every time.
Dylan Searson is their kicker, and he's 0 for 2 on PATs.
They don't know how to get
all he's done.
They don't know how to get the soccer kids out there, I guess.
So they just go ahead and go for it on 4th down, and then go for the 2-point conversion every time. So some things never change.
4th and 4 here. Wapak's going to have to stiffen up.
I'd say it's a short 4 yards, really. They just got to get down to the 12-yard line. So after they've talked it over, Bouchon brings them out in that 4 wide receiver set.
And I feel like they're going to come underneath here. They're not going to try over top.
Preston Collins out to the left. I told you they were looking left. Throws left and overthrows the intended receiver. Collins. He was trying to sell it. He was looking there.
Yeah, the whole time.
You talk about inexperience. He was trying to sell it to the defense right then and there. He told him to start the previous play before the timeout, and then right there, he sold it again.
Collins had it. He had the inside move, and he had it, but he just overthrew him.
Yeah. So Wapak with their second possession of the game, 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, Wapak here has to make a statement. I mean, they moved the ball down here. They need to make something happen.
Pretty sloppy by both teams so far. Here's Moyer in the shotgun. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up over the 15, over the 20. Tries to spin out of the tackle up to the 25, close to the first down.
And on the tackle was a host of Kenton Wildcats, 39-27. Jaden Mustang and Colby Howard on the tackle.
Second and a long one, 4:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Very sloppy game. Although Kenton probably has more total yards. Here's Nouse, turns the right hand up over the 30.
He got by him.
The 40,
he's gone.
50,
he ain't getting
40,
caught. See you
20,
later. Oh, and
15,
99.
10, 5, touchdown,
Beefcake to the house. Nice.
Nouse to the house, baby.
That was nice. I mean, they sucked them in there, and what a play call. They saw it. Yes, awesome.
A 75-yard touchdown run by Nouse.
And that just made his stats look so much better. Beefcake and Beefcake's mom. We didn't get to talk about her last week, but she just said, hey, she was mad. She didn't get on air, but we're going to give you a shout-out, Beefcake's mom.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:16 remaining here in the first quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins draw first blood. They're up 7-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. That woke up the crowd.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Alan Davis. And here at Alan Davis Insurance, we strive to be your solutions provider. As a business owner and an active farmer, I know the challenges firsthand that you face to run your business and your farm. Give us a call, 419-738-7447 for your auto, home, life, farm, commercial, crop, and financial services. Or check us out on the web at AlanDavisInsurance.com.
I'm sure your camping season was a lot of fun this year, so don't lose a minute of fun next year. At Kill RV Service, we're scheduling repairs for the winter season as well as remodel and insurance work. And due to high demand, we're offering 2 Saturday winterizing drive-thrus, October 14th and November 4th, both from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV Service. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.
Do you know the dollar value of your largest asset? I'm committed to volunteering my time to help you determine the value of your home with a free market valuation. Every month or quarter, you receive a statement for your other valuable assets, so why not know the value of your home? By contacting or connecting with me, we can set up an appointment to take a quick look at your home and determine the value of your largest asset. Give me a call at 419-773-9583 or click to connect to my website to get started.
Elevation Chiropractic, formerly known as Kantner Chiropractic, has been serving Wapakoneta and the surrounding communities for 30-plus years of generational quality chiropractic care. Elevation Chiropractic is unique as we utilize numerous techniques to accommodate our patient as well as their condition. In addition to chiropractic care, we now offer cutting-edge technologies such as spinal decompression as well as Class 4 laser therapy. As a former Redskin alumni, Dr. Michael Nagel would like to wish all the Wapak athletes a successful and healthy season. Visit us at elevationchiroohio.com or contact us at 419-738-4373 to see how we can elevate your health.
Okay.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop, week number 7. And boy, what a great run to put Wapak on the board by Jace. Now 75-yard scamper down the right sideline. And boy, we talk about that kid's extra gear. He's got it.
He does, Dan. And I'm telling you what, he's at 580 yards coming into the year, but that just put him over almost to the 800-yard or 700-yard mark. Just got to keep rolling. Let's get over that 1,000-yard mark there, Jace Nouse.
Here's the ensuing kickoff, and that's
I think that almost went through the upright. Good gravy, that kid could kick the ball. My goodness, Kyle Beach with a leg of the legs. What a heck of a kick. Kind of unheard of to kick that ball that far, isn't it?
Kent will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line this time. Although they started the game from their 20-yard line and pushed it practically 60 yards down the field before that INT. Bushong at quarterback takes the snap, that quick hitter down to that screen out to the right. That's another play that I've seen for years out of this team.
And usually them little slot receivers are so lethal.
On the receiving end is Beasley, and Beasley gets about 6 yards on the play. He had a host of blockers in front of him, but couldn't turn it into much.
Really good job. Beasley with a good catch and run, but Bryson Pack, and you had Bryson Pack and Mullins and some other guys there on the tackle.
2nd and 4 from the 25, and he's going down.
And we just talked about Bryson Pack, and he just said, hey, I'm going to go hit you I'm going to meet you in the backfield so I don't have to worry about you throwing the football. Good job.
Loss of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. I doubt if they'll go for it if they bring up 4th and 10, but we'll see. That's what they need to do. They need to put the pressure on this sophomore, Blaine Bushong, who I'm sure starts for their JV squad, if anything. But right now he's filling some big shoes. And that's probably why the crowd is not that big. He's caught. And he just throws it out of bounds. Under a lot of pressure there. He was going to go down either way, but he thoughtfully threw the ball out of bounds. And as mentioned, they bring out the punting unit.
I'll tell you what, Dan, he looks like the part. He could be a really good quarterback. He has a feet. He has a good awareness. He has a good arm. And he has the ability to throw the ball out of bounds when he's in trouble. So, Wapak all over him the last couple series. And returning for Wapak is Jolly and Caden Page. And it's going to be...
That's a nice punt. It's going to be fair caught.
And Jolly with a good fair catch.
Back to about the 45. We have a flag on the field. Let's see what it is. Maybe an illegal man downfield for the Wildcats. They're pointing at the Wapak players, so it may be against Wapak. We'll see. But it was on the punt, so it's a personal foul, face mask
on the
Redskins on the return. So, well, wait a second. Is it on us or is it on them? It's on Kenton. So, yeah, Wapak had the option of making him kick it again.
Well, I didn't get it either. I was watching the ref, and I looked like he was saying Wapak. Okay. All right.
So Wapak's elected to take the penalty.
All right, let's go score here.
From the spot of the fair catch, which puts the ball at the Kenton 40-yard line. So Wapak already with their 3rd possession of the game here in the 1st quarter with exactly 3 minutes remaining. Up by 7 and in great field position to start this series. Let's see what they can do. You got Jolly split wide to the right, Page to the left. Now in the backfield with Moyer. Hauser in that H-back position, if you will. Moyer's going to look left, throws that little hitch pattern to Page as he gets rustled out of bounds after a gain of about 5. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, they're only going to give him 4, it looks like. So it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
And Dylan Barlow with a great tackle there, just getting all over him on that quick out route, 5'10", 150-pound senior.
As we mentioned, Wapak coming into this game 4-2. The Kenton Wildcats 2-4. So without their leader, Corbin Johnson, they might be hurting for the rest of the game. But so far, so good for the Wapakoneta Redskins as Moyer connects once again with Page, and Page down to about the 30-yard line. It looks like he's got enough for a first down, and they should move the chains. Let's see. No, they're going to mark him short. They're going to put it at the 31-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Nice tackle by 47 for the Kenton Wildcats, Dylan Barlow again.
Ryan Sadler coming into the game at tight end for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Go double tights here.
Yep. They got Grant Hauser down there, and they got that tight end to the left. Back there is Schnarry, and that's the go-to guy in a case
Oh,
like
and
this.
the ball
it's a
came
fumble.
out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but, yep, just like that.
Wow.
And I don't think he thought he
But
was
there's
getting
a
the ball.
flag on the play. Let's see what's going on here.
I don't think it was a flag. I think it was their marker.
Is that the marker down
Yeah.
there?
He's
Wow.
getting his ball.
So Wapakoneta, who came into this game leading the Western Buckeye League as far as turnover ratio is concerned, losing the turnover ratio so far in this first quarter with $1:41 remaining. A muffed handoff to Schnarry, who we usually is pretty reliable on those short plays. Back come the Kenton Wildcats. Bouchon looks to the right, throws, connects. That's number 13, Carson DeLong. He's one of the leading receivers in the Western Buckeye League. And
Schnarry with the tackle again. That guy's one of the leading top tacklers in the league also. So you got one-on-one with top receiver, top linebacker in the league.
that'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 34. $1:33 remaining in the quarter. Bouchon looks left. He's selling it. He's under pressure, and he's going down.
And look who it is.
Wow.
Mr. Pack. Out of nowhere.
Wow. Bryson Pack put a hurting on him. And, boy, one of the things that we don't talk enough about is the speed on this Wapak team, both offensively and defensively, but particularly defensively. And Pack showed it right there. You give him a little bit of room.
Yeah,
Mullins,
he's fast.
some of these guys that we don't talk about all the time because they're not, they're not the bigger
not the
names that
yeah.
we hit all the time. But, boy,
But they're fast.
they are so quick.
We got some fast guys.
3rd and
Pack,
16.
Mullins.
3rd and 16 from the 26. 4 wide receivers to the left. He's looking left, trying to sell it to the left. He connects and a big-time hit.
Nice. Judas.
Wow, that's
Why?
Colby Howard on the receiving end of that punishing blow.
That was a heck of a hit with Jolly just coming up and, man, I mean, that was a hit, Dan. That reminds you of some
Reminds me of a lot of things.
Right.
There's too many hits to remember.
Yes.
My goodness.
Nice.
I got what I got to share with you with the very popular Joel Penton, who played for Van Wert and went on to Ohio State.
Yeah, I was there with you on that game when he hit old Sensenball.
Yeah, he put the hurt.
He did.
Mr. Sensenball. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here from Wapakoneta. The Redskins up 7-0. It's been a battle of the turnovers. Let's see who can capitalize the most and cut them out for the next 3 quarters. We'll be back with more action right after this. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop, week number 7 of high school football here on TSC. We mentioned Travis Sensenball and Caleb Moyer just last week broke Travis's record for yards thrown in a game. 334 he had last week. Sensenball had the record of 308 back in 2001. Kenton brings out their punting unit. Wapak to return. It's going to be Jolly up over the 50, up over the 45, and wrestled out of bounds short of the 40-yard line. And Wapak will start 1st and 10 in great field position.
And Tim Wilkinson over there getting Jolly out of bounds and saved a nice touchdown there. He got over there and got a job done as a punt kickoff coverage guy.
Well, at the 41-yard line of the Kenton Wildcats, you got to turn this into something just like the last
2 or 3
possession. But unfortunately, boy, fumbleitis, interceptions, turnovers is just not like this Wapakoneta team.
So we're going double tight to the left here, Dan.
It's going to be a handoff to Nouse, trying to turn the corner and follow those double tight ends. Barely gets to the 40-yard line. The offensive line just doesn't look right tonight to me.
Yeah.
They're not really popping off the line. You don't see the holes that we've seen the last couple of weeks.
And you know what? It's homecoming week. And I always blame that on.
Could be a distraction. Could be a little bit of a distraction.
They're thinking about going on a date with their girls. And
let's hope not.
Yeah, you don't really need to think about that.
Well, I mean, let's hope they can go on a date.
Yeah,
let's hope they're not thinking about it. It's 2nd and 10 from the 41. Right. At this point, Moyer looks to the right, throws. Jolly breaks the tackle over the 30, down near the 20-yard line. They'll move the chains on that one.
That was beautiful.
What a nice move after the catch by Grant Jolly.
Grant Jolly was all over that. He caught with his strong hands, and he had to, with Grady Beasley coming in and making the tackle. But, man, I thought he was going to be gone for a minute, but Beasley with a nice saving tackle.
Ryan Walter split wide to the right with Caden Page. Jolly to the left. Moyer looks left, fires right,
overthrows and you're gonna have a flag all day long.
The intended receiver, and boy, yeah, he got pulled down by his neck.
I think by his neck, face mask, helmet, something. I mean, though, when you got Caden Page out there and you don't know how to cover him because he's taller than you, faster than you, what do? You just pull him down by his face mask. And that's what the guy did. And he's going to pay for it.
The old school rule of thumb was just hit him harder.
Yeah. That's what we always thought.
Yep. Well, the penalty is going to move the ball down to the 11-yard line and give Wapak 1st and 10 from the 11 as they're marching from the Kenton 41-yard line. This offense needs to put up some points tonight. Even though, their starting quarterback, Corbin Johnson, big surprise, the junior is not playing today. Blaine Bichon has been throwing the ball okay, but they need to be inspired besides these turnovers they've been having. Caleb Moore not sure about where he was wanting to go on that run. A lot of inconsistencies with this offense. It's really.
I don't know if they're trying something different tonight or what. But
I don't know what's going on.
Bill Wilkinson and Bob Wilkinson in there. I think they're brothers, but Bill Wilkinson's 6'2", 255 junior. And I'd say they're twins because Bob is 6'2" also. But they're big boys up front for Kenton.
Maybe that's what's making the difference right now. 2nd and 9, only a gain of a yard for Moyer. And again, he's got Walter and Page out to the right, but Moyer's going to keep it inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. Couldn't stay on his feet to get in the end zone.
Is that enough for a first down? Nope.
All they needed to do is get to the 1. Let's see where they mark it, and it's going to be close. And they're going to say it's short. They need to get inside the 1-yard line, actually. So it'll bring up. No, they're saying 1st and goal. Is it 3rd down?
3rd down.
And 3rd and 1. Yeah, it's not 1st and goal. Somebody on the scoreboard's got that wrong. It's 3rd and 1. Schnarry. No. It's going to be the push into the end zone with Moyer. And there's no call yet.
They say he's not in. Oh,
now they're going to say he's in.
There he is. He's in.
Boy, that was a really late call there. We lost him.
Yeah, we did.
We couldn't find him. And as the lights show that Wapak has scored.
Caleb Moyer with a really good getting behind his boys and getting in the end zone there.
1 yard run by the quarterback, Moyer. And the extra point is good. So with 9:17 remaining here in the first half, Wapak capitalizes from the good field position and ups the lead to 14-0. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Searching for a career in manufacturing? Flex Machine Tools is located right here in Wapakoneta. Flex has a wide range of products that benefit the manufacturing industry. From the Flex Arm to the Flex Jet, we offer solutions that our customers use throughout the U.S. Flex offers a 401k match, a competitive salary, and a friendly work environment. Do you want to make a difference in American manufacturing? Then visit flexmachinetools.com to view our open positions.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop here on TSC. The Wapakoneta Redskins and the Kenton Wildcats, week number 7 of high school football action for you. And crazy night tonight. It just seems it's homecoming night here. It just seems like there's a lot of strange vibes offensively and defensively, especially with Wapak with 2 turnovers already here in the first half, an interception on their first possession, a fumble on their third. Kenton even had an interception on their first possession of the game. And Beach is going to put it into the end zone, and Kenton will take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, our friends over at Merritt Real Estate, Ryan Place. Thank you so very much. Allen Davis Insurance, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Arm, G.A. Windsor & Son, Home Savings Bank, State Farm, Jimmy Sager. Thank you so very much. Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, and Dad's Toy Shop. 1st and 10 for the Kenton Wildcats, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Bouchon. It's a quarterback keeper. Trying to break a tackle. Breaks one. Can't get away from the second one.
And
as he got smothered by Joey Truesdale.
Truesdale and Schnarr. Yeah, they were both there. Truesdale was there. I'll tell you what, this linebacking core, we're going to miss them. They're all 2 seniors and a junior there. Ooh.
We will call it a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Bouchon looks left, throws left, overthrows the intended receiver as it got tipped there by Preston Collins.
Yeah, and Collins,
the senior.
Collins, a very good athlete, but he just can't get up to that 13-foot height.
Collins, one of the 4 wide receivers for the Kenton Wildcats, in the top 10 in receiving here in the Western Buckeye League. They do know how to spread the wealth, but again, without their leader out there, Corbin Johnson, who suffered an injury. I heard about it, but wasn't sure whether or not he was going to start tonight. In his place, the sophomore, Blaine Bouchon. 3rd and 7. We've got whistles, and it's going to be a false start
on Kenton. But I'll tell you what, Dan. They do their system right, because this quarterback, he's thrown to his spots. You know, he's throwing to where he needs to go. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
That's a really good point. Regardless of who they drop into that slot, they're consistent about the plays that they've run that they've always run.
Yep.
And if you get lucky and you hit gold with a good quarterback like they did coming into this game, Corbin Johnson, then you've got an offense that's going to be able to work. Here's Bouchon, and Bouchon throws and misses the slant.
Yes, that could have been bad. That was almost in the arms of one of our defenders.
And that was intended for Hommel, the intended receiver. And that kid's a freshman, but he's struggling and it looks as though he's not going to get up right away. So we're going to take an injury timeout with 8:40 remaining. Wapakoneta Redskins 14, Kenton Wildcats nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Auglaze Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglaze Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no obligation quote.
Welcome. Welcome back. 4th and 12, and Kenton's going to punt. What were you going to say?
I was going to say back deep for Wapak is Jolly and Caden Page.
After the injury timeout, Wapak should get the ball back in good field position, but this punter's been putting a nice little boom on the ball.
Put it down there.
If he's going to let it roll, and he does, it's going to take a Kenton roll or a Kenton bounce. Right. And a funky roll at the end there.
Yeah, it did. It came back our way,
but still Wapak in good field position here. They're going to mark it at their 45-yard line. So,
Dan, what I want to say about punt returners, when I always like to say we were kamikazes, and I remember
always
when I was
catch
a punt,
the ball.
Yeah,
I would never let the ball hit
I would
the
not
ground.
either. I remember getting hammered.
Yep.
Just caught the ball and got hammered. That's what you did.
Yep. You caught the ball.
But I feel like nowadays everybody just lets it roll around.
Yeah, I hate that in the pros too, where they especially like inside the 10, instead of catching the ball at the 15, they let it go over their head and they get caught out. It drives me nuts. Here's an interesting formation for Wapak. It's a diamond 4 to the left. They're going to set up the screen.
It didn't work so well.
Oh, wow. That was nicely read.
Yes, it was.
By Hummel.
DeLong, actually. DeLong came in there and made a play. And I know they haven't seen this all year because we haven't seen it all year, Dan.
Wow.
Something different. I like it.
That's a
try
loss of 5. It's 2nd and 15.
Somebody missed their block. Somebody missed a block.
Not used to seeing so many plays that don't result in any yardage or loss of yardage in these turnovers tonight. 2 wide receivers to the right. Moyer's going to fake to the right, run to the left, over the 40, over the 50, in Kenton territory. Hold on,
baby
the ball.
Boy. Hold on that ball. He's got 1 yard to go here.
And that's Howard on the tackle, and Howard was going for the ball right away.
Yes, he was.
Well, that was a nice run by Moore, but still short of the first down. He got 14 on that one. They'll mark it at the 46. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Let's see if they bring in that full house backfield. And out comes Jolly.
They bring in the big boy.
And in comes Truesdale.
635-pound squat. Still impressive.
You don't have to remind me, man. Yeah. Well, nope, they're going to switch it out.
Oh, they bring in
Schnarr, and there's a little bit of a confusion down there by the Wapakoneta Redskins, and we'll keep it right here with 7:06 remaining. Once again, statistically, Wapak coming into this game, individual tackles. Reese Schnarr is right up there coming into tonight's contest with Kenton. He has 56 tackles, 5 of those for loss. Individual interceptions right up there is Jarrett Mullen. We talked about him today, but also
another one on his
Trenton
record.
DeLong and Colby Howard from Kenton, also in the top 10. Looking at all-purpose yardage, unfortunately, with Corbin Johnson out, that really hurts the Kenton Wildcats. And you hear that little in the background, folks. When you hear that, that's not Josh. That's the
machine down on the field.
They have
a robot.
Robot throwing T-shirt machine that the.
But I can do it too.
Club and
I can do it. There we go.
Well,
first
there
down.
goes the for the first down.
What a call.
So I forget the club in school that had designed that particular robot to throw T-shirts, but
it's a robotics class.
The robotics class. There you go.
Yes.
So we were talking about that, and they actually brought that to our service club, the Wapakoneta Service Club, for us to see some of the things that they've won awards with, and fascinating club. Here's Wapak, 1st and 10 from the 43.
Oh, what a run by Jason
on his
Niles.
feet. Gosh,
Good
I like
gravy. What a run.
How did he
Beefcake.
break those tackles
Man,
down
he's
to
just so strong on his underbody from the waist down.
He's a yard short of the first down. That's
Combs
a nice
with a tackle for Kenton.
Nice 9-yard run there
Man,
by
really
Niles.
good run.
My goodness.
I mean, you just don't get backs built like that very often. He's a 205-pound back, and he can run. It's not, coming through Wapak, we just don't have, every 6 or 7 years, I guess.
Well, the senior, we're going to have a chance to talk to him next week before the game because it's senior night next week. Here's Moyer looking down the right sideline, has a man open. It is almost intercepted.
My God, that ball felt like it hung up there for 725 years.
Quinn Raffner almost picked off Moyer again.
But, I felt like a great ball. It looked like it was all there. It was going to be, and then
it just died. It looked like it died. There's no wind here tonight whatsoever, but that ball
like something in the air hit it.
Like a wailing duck by the time it passed the 20. All right, let's get the first down, guys. We've got 2 wide receivers out to the right. Nouse back there with Moyer. One of those 2 are going to carry it. It's going to be Nouse over right tackle. He's got enough for the first down.
There would be no other person I'd ever get the ball to besides him. It's like your Nick Chubb for the Wapak Redskins.
Oh, let's hope he doesn't get hurt.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. And then as we say that, there's a kid down there with his knee behind him.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. So another injury timeout with 5:51 remaining here in the first half. Wapak up 14-0. We'll take an injury timeout. We'll be back.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Welcome back, Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop. 5:51 remaining here in the half.
And Bill Wilkinson, the number 77 for Kenton, 6'2", 255-pound junior, just got up and walked off the field. Thankful he's okay.
That was good to see. So Wapak, 1st and 10 from the Kenton Wildcat 31. Page split wide to the left. Jolly split 10 to the left. Here's Moyer. Boy, it looked like he was going to roll left.
Oh, they're going to call horse collar. They're going to call horse collar on that, aren't they?
That quarterback keeper to the right, there was really nothing there. It was a good tackle, but they may do exactly that.
I just can't think anything else they'd called it.
Yep, they just yanked him back by his collar.
And that's so hard as a D lineman. You got your hands on him, and you just – but it's a dangerous play. Yep, they're going to call it.
There you go. And so you notice, too, that, when you're racing by a guy, you just want to grab something to tackle him so you're not embarrassed.
Yeah.
And sometimes the hand just slips up the jersey, and that's what you get.
It's usually a fast game, Dan. Sometimes I think people
don't
watching
realize
the game how fast
when
this game is.
When you're down there playing the game, you're right. You're right. As the years gone by, that hasn't changed. Maybe it's gotten faster, if anything.
Yes, right.
5:26 in the clock, running 3 wide receivers out to the left for Moyer. Handoff now, so he's going to run right side. And, boy, I got to give kudos to this defensive line for the Kenton Wildcats. They're really stuffing them when they can. But
and I feel like Grady Beasley was in there on the tackle from corner. I don't know if he did a corner blitz there. I don't know if you saw that or not on the TV, but he came in there hard, and I thought that's kind of what helped tackle.
Yeah, this defense is something that they're either doing the right thing or they're making you feel real bad.
Right.
Here's Moyer, rolls left. Is he going to run? No, he's going to stop, throw. No, he's going to tuck and run. He didn't see anybody open. Was that Page that was open inside the 10?
I think he was open, but I mean, not a lot of time there. He's going through his progressions. And now we are inside.
We'll call the nose of the ball at the 16. 4:22 remaining in the half. Wapak up 14-0. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Redskins. Walter split wide to the right. Let's see if they try to get him the ball. We don't see him too much, but Moyer's looking left towards Page.
Go.
He's got a lot of green in front of him, but he's going to hold on to it. Now he cuts it up the field.
There you go.
15, 10.
Oh, there you go.
Down near the 5.
Nice
if he
run.
stayed in bounds, he's got enough for the first down. Let's see where they mark it.
He's a tough kid, too. I'll tell you what. He's definitely the first down.
He's got it.
And he's a big boy. He's 6'2", 190 pounds. And he took a whack in there. I can tell he's kind of hurting, but he always gets up.
He is limping a little bit right now. He's been taking a beating the last couple of games. There's no question about that. They haven't said anything about any kind of injuries on the Wapak side of the field. And, again, I was really surprised that the quarterback for Kenton not playing tonight. But we really didn't get the final word up here until we saw it on the field. 1st and goal for the Redskins. It's a quarterback keeper all the way, and Moyer's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard run for the sophomore. To extend the Wapakoneta lead to 20-0 with 3:26 remaining in the game. Or first half, I should say, with 3:26 remaining in the first half. Beach. Page puts it down, and Beach puts it through. And Wapakoneta extends their lead 21-0 on the 5-yard run by Moore. We're going to keep it right here. Once again, want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, as always this year. Dad's Toy Shop, JP Metz. Stop in and see JP. He's got some new remote control cars and trucks in there that'll just blow your mind. If you're thinking about something like that for Christmas, you need to stop in and see my friend JP Metz. Tell him Big Dan sent you at Dad's Toy Shop. They have just a great variety. And here's the other thing, too. When it comes to buying a remote-controlled device, whether it's a car, a truck, a boat, a plane, and they have the best at Dad's Toy Shop. If something happens, and something's going to happen, if you've ever had a remote-controlled device, Dad's Toy Shop will help do the repairs. Their service is beyond reproach, and J.P. Metz and his family that run that operation for many, many years do a great job. So thanks to Dad's Toy Shop for the sponsorship again this year.
I think the ball looks a little different the way he placed it.
You thinking an onside kick? Is that what you're thinking?
No, he placed it different, but he still kicked it way out of there. I thought he put it sideways. Maybe he does it different. That's the first time I watched him place it.
Well,
I guess when you got a big leg like that, you can do what you want with the ball, huh?
Who needs a tee?
Yeah.
3:24 remaining here in the first half. As much as I said earlier that I would like it to be the game and get out of here with a win. It's 3:24 remaining in the first half, and Walpock's up 21-0.
And Dan, Kenton's got to do something here. They got to get something rolling with this young sophomore. And
Sean takes the snap and tries to throw it out to the left side, and just couldn't get out of the tackle was Zane Perkins.
And nice tackle by Bryson Pack and Caden Page out there.
You know what's interesting too is they're not throwing to all four of those receivers that they normally throw to.
Right.
There's some new receivers that are catching the ball under this sophomore quarterback, and that's maybe he's throwing it to guys that he's familiar with. Sometimes those second-string quarterbacks get used to the second-string receivers, and when they get to play, they become, their go-to guy. It's going to bring up a long third down, 3rd and 10. They've got 3 wide receivers out to the right, and Wapak needs to come after him here because they know he's going to pass the ball. Let's see, Truesdale was looking like he was going to blitz, but he drops back in his linebacker position as they throw across the middle.
Nice
and
catch.
That looked like he was hit too soon as number 25 for the Wildcats, Hummel.
Hummel with a great catch, but I thought our safety had a beat on that ball, and he kind of ran.
I thought Nate Metzger may have got to him too soon, but it's a first down for the Kenton Wildcats. 1st and 10 from the 32. That was a gain of 12. And on a slant play there,
tell you what, Bryson Pack's
barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so
yes,
far
he
so
is.
good.
He's all over this guy.
That's a name we haven't called much here tonight, Nate Metzger. That was the only time that we've called him tonight, so I'd like to see him get in the game a little bit more. Get a little bit more aggressive from his safety position. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 32 to $136. Kenton with 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bouchon, the sophomore, takes the snap. He looks left, decides to run the ball after he looked to the right, and he's going to run it out of bounds, which will stop the clock short of the first down.
And Bryson Pack and Caden Page on there getting him out of bounds and just not really pushing him, but edging him out. So you're going to have a really third down.
Oh, I thought he got more than that. So,
I did too.
Yeah.
He ran out a lot earlier than I thought.
Gave him a 6-yard gain, and they got 4 to go. 3rd and 4 from their own 38. They throw that screen, and it's going to be dropped by the intended receiver.
That is not good for Kenton. You want to catch that and get the first down. You're giving Wapak a good chance to still score a touchdown. And I would try everything you can here at Wapak to try to get this ball in the end zone.
Beasley is one of those guys that's in the top 10 in receiving here in the Western Buckeye League, dropping that ball right there and bringing out the punting unit.
Yeah, and back deep for Wapak is Caden Page, and your Mr. All-Everything is Jolly.
So with $1:18 remaining, Kenton having to punt the ball again. And that is going to work its way out of bounds, and probably they'll mark it somewhere near the 30-yard line. Let's see where they do. And he comes back to the 33-yard line. So Wapak with the ball at the 33. I would imagine they're just going to run the ball out, but I would be a little bit aggressive here. Why not?
Yeah, I would too.
You know, they've got 2 timeouts. Yeah, they got $1:13 remaining, 2 timeouts. Well, let's see what they do.
I mean, you always got to practice your 2-minute drill, and why not? You know, I mean,
yeah.
You know, when you never know when you're going to need 1 minute and 13 seconds to go score a touchdown.
There you go. So Kenton's going to use a timeout and talk about it, and we'll keep it right here. Let's once again talk about our sponsors, Allen Davis Insurance Agency. For those of you who I've talked about on the air and personally and professionally, Allen Davis recently having open heart surgery. We said it was just a surgery, didn't really explain it, but just to let you know, Allen is resting and doing well. One of my dear friends for over 40 years, and I first got to know Allen Davis when I started in radio. He was one of my first accounts as I was on the air and selling at the same time. He opened his business in 1984, so next year celebrating 40 years, and it's nice to know he's going to be around.
Yes.
Doing well,
good,
recovering well, and our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to the Davis family. And, of course, their thanks. They had a check presentation here to the Wapakoneta High School before the ceremony tonight. So Allen Davis Insurance Agency and their continued support of Wapakoneta Athletics. Moyer's just going to hand it off to Nouse. He bounces into his offensive lineman there. And again,
yeah, they're just
as well as they're playing, they got 21 points on the board. It's hard to complain about anything, but it still seems sloppy out there
sloppy
tonight.
On the offensive line, on the running plays.
And that's hard to say that when you have a 75-yard run for a touchdown by Nouse, but that was all him. I mean, once he broke it to the 40, those 60 yards were all him.
It's like the offensive line ain't getting out of their own way. They can't. They're, the back's running into the lineman.
2nd and 8. Moore's going to hand it off again.
There you go.
It's going to be
there
Nouse. He breaks a
down.
nice tackle.
Okay.
It has enough for the first down. They'll stop the clock as they move it up to the 45-yard line with 30 seconds remaining. And I think they're just electing to kind of run out the clock, aren't they?
I don't know, man. I got 2 timeouts. I'd try. I don't stop the clock here.
Well, they're real slow breaking the huddle here.
Yeah.
So they may not.
They know they're
run
in
one
charge.
more play. Yeah, they'll run one more play here in the half, and what's going to happen? Got officials timeout on the field. They want to talk about something that may have to do with the scoreboard, because this is the back judge coming up to the referee, and apparently he wants to order fries instead of onion rings tonight.
Right.
So he just wanted to make sure he got that order in. They'll fire up the clock again. And here's Nouse looking for a hole, gets it up over the 50. And he gets wrestled down after a 6-yard gain. But, yeah, that's it. That's going to do it for the first half here from Wapakoneta. With the score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 21, the Kenton Wildcats nothing. We'll be back with second half action right after this.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981. And I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
I'm sure your camping season was a lot of fun this year, so don't lose a minute of fun next year. At Kill RV Service, we're scheduling repairs for the winter season as well as remodel and insurance work. And due to high demand, we're offering 2 Saturday winterizing drive-thrus, October 14th and November 4th, both from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV Service. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com. Searching for a career in manufacturing? Flex Machine Tools is located right here in Wapakoneta. Flex has a wide range of products that benefit the manufacturing industry. From the Flex Arm to the Flex Jet, we offer solutions that our customers use throughout the U.S. Flex offers a 401k match, a competitive salary, and a friendly work environment. Do you want to make a difference in American manufacturing? Then visit flexmachinetools.com to view our open positions. Tonight's game is being brought to you by the following: Merritt Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglaze Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop, week number 7 of high school football action here on TSC. Wapakoneta Redskins 21, the Kenton Wildcats nothing. We told you earlier today we were surprised about Corbin Johnson, their leading rusher, leading passer, leading All-American, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy that runs the show, wasn't able to make it for the game. Sounds like he had a cushion, Josh.
Yeah, he got hurt last week, and they had to pull him. He was just kind of wobbly and stuff in the game. And they're also missing a couple linebackers. They got in I don't know if they got hurt or what in practice, but they are not in the game either.
So when you have a couple people like that are key to your offense and defense, especially losing your starting quarterback, who's basically one of the top leaders rushing in, passing, and total yards here in the Western Buckeye League, it's going to have an effect. Wapak will receive the second half kickoff, and it looks like a little squib kick. It's going to be taken short.
It's by Ryan Richardson and tackled by Colby Howard on the tackle. So what a run for 5 yards for little Richardson. A little squib kick from Kenton.
Well, Wapak will start 1st and 10 in great field position from their own 45. Now we'll call it their 44-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right. Hauser in slot to the right. He's moving in motion to the right. They're going to run to the right. No, they're going to throw. And it's going to be a nice broken tackle there by Jolly, and a nice run after the catch as he gets Russell slammed out of bounds after he gets into Kenton territory over the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the second half.
Oh, yeah, Jolly with a great run, and Howard with a tackle on the sideline after the first down. And I just, I just found out when I went over here, I played football with the Howard boy's dad, Sean Howard. So I just saw him over there, and that was kind of neat. I didn't know that was his boy. So, yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Redskins from the Kenton Wildcat 39-yard line. Got motion to the left. It's Jolly here on the toss sweep. And on that jet sweep, he turns the 40 over to the 30. Down to about the 27-yard line. That's enough for the first down.
Somehow
much better rhythm by the offense so far to start this second half as opposed to the first half.
They've changed it up a little bit. They're calling outsides or working things in from the outside in or inside out. And have you seen a lot of Jolly here? And you've seen Howard and some of the DBs on the tackles because they're staying out of that big middle of the defense from Kenton.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest, as always, All Glaze Audiology, Dan and Vanessa Lee, Home Savings Bank, and Kill RV Service. Moyer 1st and 10. Will take the snap. He's going to keep it, too, up over the 25 and down near the 20-yard line.
Yep, nice run by Caleb Moyer and tackled by...
Actually, go ahead. You can say tackled by.
27 from Kenton, which is where did my paper go here, Dan? Did you actually take it?
No.
You sure you didn't?
But actually, I thought he was closer to the 20. They marked him down at the 23-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Mustaine.
2 wide receivers to the right.
27
Moyer under pressure. It looked like he was trying to set up some kind of a screen. He's got a guy open, and it's going to be dropped by Jolly. A little extracurricular going on over there.
Oh, my gosh. That was such a nice soft pass, but it was probably too easy to catch, Dan. It just kind of floated in there to him.
DeLong down there trying to help break it up after he dropped the ball. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. Just underway, second half action. Wapakoneta Redskins scored first on a 75-yard touchdown run by Jace Nouse, and Moyer added the other 2 touchdowns, a 1-yard run and a 5-yard run, and that brought us where we're at today. Needless to say, Beach, with those 3 extra points, put it at 21-0. Wapak threatening right now, 3rd and 6 from the 23 of Kenton.
Oh, he's following his
Was
blockers.
That a little bit of a mix-up or not?
I think he's got it. No, he don't.
I thought for sure he was going to hand that off to the motion back, but apparently he kept the ball. That actually looked like a designed run, but it even had me a little bit confused. Is going to bring up 4th and 2.
Right.
Why not kick it? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring out Beach to try to attempt what looks like a 36-yard field goal as Caden Page kneels down at the 26. Here's the snap, the place, the kick is up.
Oh, and he went
and it looks like he went to the right with it. So if you noticed when he made contact with the ball, it looks like he caught it a little low.
Yeah.
Because of the number of rotations on that ball, it was spinning real quick. And you can tell the rotation of the ball when the guy kicks the ball if it's hit more toward the center of the ball. And he hit it low enough, it was just rotating like a fan when it came off the tee.
Oh.
And that's what, I'm sure that didn't help. It pushed it to the right, and Kenton will take over their first possession at their own 20-yard line. Just when I thought they were moving the ball pretty good. It's hard not to come away without any points there. There's Bouchon with a nice pass and a nice run after the catch, and that's going to be enough for the first down on the receiving end is Perkins. An official's timeout on the field.
Perkins with a good catch, and we had
some
Kenton
kind of
Ware on the
was
tackle.
that an equipment replacement there? Was there something wrong that he had to come out?
I didn't see, actually, but Caden Ware with getting awareness to get back.
That was
here and get
Rampula
that
that had to come off the field. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their 35, 9:28 remaining. Their first possession here of the third quarter. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. It's the sophomore starting tonight at quarterback, Bouchon, and that ball is going to be tipped.
And that's the thing you're going to have, Dan. When you got a short quarterback, because I see it with my son in the freshman level. They're about the same height, 5'6", 5'7", and it's just hard to throw over that defensive end.
He just looked a little lazy with that pass, though, too, so that didn't help much.
Yeah, right.
You know, you've got to be a little bit stronger. You've got to look for your guy, and you've got to make sure there's a lane to throw the ball to. They have to have a lane there.
We should never make excuses because Baker Mayfield could throw over 6'5" DNs all the time.
Yeah.
But he got balls batted down also.
4 to the right. So did Bernie Kosar at 6'7".
Yeah. And there he goes.
Off
and I think he just needs to stay
to
with
the
it.
15,
and
10,
he's in the
5,
house.
Touchdown.
Oh, and they got a flag here. We got a flag.
Bryson Pack.
Oh, and we got another flag. I don't know what's going on with these kids, but.
So let's see what the flags are all about. And it may be after the touchdown as they talk about it over there.
But, I mean, when the referee throws a flag that high, he's not happy.
It could be a couple of personal fouls. And as we look across midfield into the east, there is a full moon tonight. So wild things are going to happen. They're discussing the numbers right now. They're even writing them down. So it could be ugly. Let's see what they're talking about here. Multiple fouls on the play, I'm assuming. Let's pay attention to what he says here and make sure we catch it all. But a nice interception and run.
Pack is having a great game.
Bryson Pack
is playing great tonight.
Junior.
We got a touchdown on Kenton. So we had offsetting penalties.
And we'll just move on to the extra point.
Yep. Kenton's going to start getting upset. They're getting beat on pretty good.
Well, that was Bouchon's second interception of the game. Their first possession of the first half and their first possession of the second half. But this one turns into points for the Redskins as Beach lines it up. And that's a beautifully nice kicked extra point. And with 9:03 remaining here in the third quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins on the interception extend their lead 28-0. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop. Week number 7 here at the friendly confines of Wapakoneta's beautiful field here. And it is a beautiful night for high school football as a full moon rises in the east. It certainly has brought out the strangeness in this game. But on the positive side, up 28-0. It's a good victory to come home to after 4 games on the road. That's a nice game.
Golly.
After 4 games on the road over the last 5 weeks, it's nice to be home. This week, next week, a tough Elida team, and then on the road to Bath. And we finish the season against an even tougher opponent so far this year, the Salina Bulldogs. So the schedule doesn't ease up after this, even though Wapak came into this game 4-2. After that tough opening loss to the Marion local Flyers. And again, you know, when we went to Defiance, that was a game that was so winnable for us, but Defiance did such a great job of controlling the ball and really controlling the pace of that game. Here's Bouchon looking down the left sideline, almost picked off again.
And that was
wow.
That was Mr.
Jolly. Yeah. My goodness. Well, Bouchon might be a little rattled here, as Kenton will go 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's feeling a little bit of heat. And he's going to manage to escape, holding. But there could be holding in the back.
Or trying to chop block him because the offensive line went low and kind of got away from it. So they might be a personal foul.
Yeah, Rampula, the senior, was right on his tail. He was right on his tail, no doubt about it. Let's see what we got. Yep. We've got holding on the Kenton Wildcats. And that'll move back to the 10-yard line. So the sloppiness continues for Kenton as they struggle to find some kind of rhythm offensively.
Oh, he's trying to try to run it and nowhere to go.
And Bouchon just really had no opening there. And he actually didn't have much time, so Wapak turning it up a notch defensively for the second half, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, Mr. Pack is just getting in there. He's an animal tonight, just all over the field. And not a real big kid. He's about 160 pounds, 5'8". Not a gigantic kid, but he's got a big motor, you know.
Bouchon standing right at his 5-yard line on 3rd and 21. That quick hitter out to the right is caught and trying to tiptoe down the sideline for the Kenton Wildcats.
Jarrett Mullen pushing him out of bounds. And what a good, elusive receiver.
Carson DeLong.
Carson DeLong with a good juke move to get outside, but there's just nowhere else to go. He had a bunch of Redskins right on his tail.
He just could not keep his footing, and Kenton is going to go and bring out the punting unit right now.
Back deep for Wapak is Caden Page and Mr.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, Mr. Do-It-All. They call him Mr. NC State. Grant Jolly.
Oh, lots of pressure on that punt. It's going to be a low bouncer, picked up on the first bounce as Page breaks the tackle, up over the 40, over the 35, and out of bounds.
Nice return from Page. He got the ball and made about another extra 15 to 20 yards, which it's better than letting the ball bounce another 20 yards the other way. I like seeing punt returners get the ball and making something happen.
So Wapak at the Kenton 33 in great field position. Again. Well, coming into this game, during the last 4-game winning streak, the team has outscored their opponents 142-19. And so the heat remains as they're up 28-0 tonight. Handoff Nouse inside the 30.
Nice run, another 8-9 yard run. Tackled by their middle linebacker for Kenton, Seth Leffler.
We'll call it a gain of 7.
And
It'll bring up
DeLong, too, also on the tackle.
2nd and 3 from the Kenton 26, 7:38 remaining here in the third. And Wapak would love to put another 7 points on the board. 2 wide receivers to the left. Hauser in that H-back position, if you will. Moyer takes the snap, fakes the handoff, is going to throw it out to the left, and that's caught by Grant Stauffer, and Stauffer down inside the 20-yard line. He's got enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains again.
Right. Good reception from Stauffer. A nice tackle by number 8 and number 29 for Kenton.
Homecoming here at Wapakoneta tonight, and a great crowd on hand for the Redskins. And they're celebrating the class of 73 and the class of 83 here tonight. They've got some good players here. Here's Nouse inside the 15 down to about the 7-yard line.
He was picking his way. What good blocking, Dan. I mean, he could just kind of do what he wanted to there, and he's got good vision. He cutting this away and that.
Been a lot of inconsistency tonight, but even on that particular play, when he did get through the hole, he had to evade a few of those Kenton tacklers and did a great job doing it.
Great job, yes. Big legs, big thighs.
1st and goal for the Redskins from the 7. 6:27 remaining here in the third quarter. Wapak up 28-0.
Dan, I think right now our offensive line's starting to get a lot of push, and they're starting to wear that
handoff.
Defense
Nouse
down.
Cuts back to the right, in for the touchdown.
Nice run by Jace Nouse with what you call the jump cut. You know, he came in and jumped back inside. Nouse to the house. They all got it that. We're saying beefcake to the house up here.
So with 5:55 remaining, they got some issues with the clock because the clock continues to run, and that will have a continuous clock now.
Yep.
With the extra point up and good.
I think Dan, you'll start to see, and this is the old St. Mary's football. When your football team is good enough to get big leads like this, and you can get your backups in to get them experience at the varsity level, which is really cool.
We're going to take a timeout with 5:42 remaining. It's the Wapakoneta Redskins 35, the Kenton Wildcats nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Elevation Chiropractic, formerly known as Kantner Chiropractic, has been serving Wapakoneta and the surrounding communities for 30-plus years of generational quality chiropractic care. Elevation Chiropractic is unique as we utilize numerous techniques to accommodate our patient as well as their condition. In addition to chiropractic care, we now offer cutting-edge technologies such as spinal decompression as well as Class 4 laser therapy. As a former Redskin alumni, Dr. Michael Nagel would like to wish all the Wapak athletes a successful and healthy season. Visit us at elevationchiroohio.com or contact us at 419-738-4373 to see how we can elevate your health.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop with you.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Hi, Josh.
What a game. We've had a lot of fun here the last couple of weeks.
Yes, we have. Wapak showing their offensive prowess again tonight, 35-0.
I tell you, I got to think when people come into the stadium and they get to see our kicker. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, they got a lot of good kids we have on the team.
We got to stop talking about him. We just have to stop talking about him. We've been smoking him up too much.
Yeah, we have. We have.
He's really not that good.
Yeah.
Come on.
You better go kick. I'd like to go see him kick for a big college, maybe like Notre Dame or Ohio State, something like that. Hey, it's talking about that game last. What a game, Dan! I didn't even talk to you about that.
Nonetheless, let's talk about Beach. First and 10 for the Wildcats, and they're just going to run the ball, and that's not going to go anywhere.
Nowhere. And they're trying to speed the game up. They want to get out of here too.
I think so.
They know they got their backup quarterback. They can't do a whole lot. They're missing their superstar.
Yeah, let's talk about next week. There's some question as to whether or not the Elida quarterback is injured and whether or not he'll be able to return next week. What have you hear about?
I heard he's out. I think he's out for the year. I don't know if it was a collarbone or what last year or last weekend or the week before, but they're still playing good football. They're still in their games. They're playing hard. Their backup's in. And you know what? You always got to be ready. You always got to have somebody in. But their first-string quarterback was a real good one. I mean, he was a good ball player. And it was their luck. And, you know, Elida's still going to come and bang it because they got a really good defense. Elida is on top of every category on the defense side of the ball. So.
Yeah, when we get a chance, we'll talk a little bit about their defensive and offensive stats coming into this game, or coming into this week, and what we might be able to expect for next week as the clock continues to run with 4 minutes remaining. Kenton's going to get the first down on the offsides by the king, the homecoming king, Reese Schnarre. Our congratulations going out to him.
I'll tell you what, Dan, if you're still here, Elida going into next week's game, it's really close with them and Wapakoneta. Total.
If I'm still here, what do you mean by that?
I'm just making sure you're still listening to me.
Do I have a choice?
You got to listen to me, Dan. He's got to listen. Elida's got.
I could always turn your volume down, you know.
Right. And Wapak and Elida are very similar on defense. 557 yards given up rushing Elida has, and we've gave up 584. And same with passing. St. Mary's and Wapak right up top with 695 to 707. So we're very, very similar defenses.
So we're not so much concerned about stopping their offense if it's another team coming in with an injured quarterback.
Yeah,
it's their defense.
Defense is really tough.
Nice pass.
Yeah.
Bouchong's pass complete to Beasley on the receiving end there. Boy, that was a nice pass.
It was a nice pass. I feel like we need to start, put the pressure on here. He's doing some different things. We're getting out of.
And Schnarre looked like he was ready to blitz from the outside there as he tried to follow the tailback through the hole and still land on top of him.
Schnarre on the tackle.
Yeah.
Brought in 51 for
that was
Wapak.
pretty good. That was pretty good hustle. Him coming around the left end and just following the running back through the hole there.
Yeah.
2nd and 4 from the Wapak 40.
Ooh, nowhere to go for
couple of
Howard.
Big hits here tonight. And there was one right there, kind of rung his clock as Beasley on the receiving end there, both the ball and the hit.
Yeah, Beasley got rocked there, but he held on to the ball, got tackled by a host of the Redskins there with Page and Schnarre.
3rd and 4 from the 40. It is quiet on the Wapak side of the field, waiting for a turnover maybe.
Ooh.
As they run the ball up the gut. And that's Rogel, the ball carrier.
Couldn't tell who the tackler was. I think Truesdale and Buell and Schnarre on the tackle.
It's another beautiful night for football, especially here in Wapakoneta. Full moon tonight, and we have been blessed with some great weather these first 7 weeks of the season.
We have been blessed, for real, for real. I mean, there was weeks where we did this before, and we had multiple delays and had to do it the next day.
Yeah. 4th and 1.
Ooh,
at quarterback keeper. Bouchong is stopped, but he breaks out of the tackle.
What a good second effort from Bouchong. Ware had him dead to rights and just kind of spun out of it.
Buell was there too, and they had him double teamed. And how he got out of the tackle of those two guys, beyond me. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the Wapak 34. They're trying to get something going right now with 18 seconds remaining. This may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Down 35-0. Here's Bouchong, takes the snap, has a little bit of time. Now he's under pressure, breaks the tackle, looking for somewhere to throw the ball, and elects to throw it.
And he's out of bounds.
And I thought he was throwing the ball out of bounds.
He was trying to, but 13 said, hey, I'll take it.
I thought he was throwing the ball out of bounds, and he threw the ball to DeLong. And did DeLong catch the ball, or was he out of bounds?
He was out of bounds.
All right.
But it looked like, what I was going to say, it looked like DeLong was doing a scissor kick and trying to get that left foot back to the inbounds.
Well, either way, it's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter with the score. The Wapakoneta Redskins 35, the Kenton Wildcats nothing. We'll be back after this timeout.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Hi, I'm Alan Davis. And here at Alan Davis Insurance, we strive to be your solutions provider. As a business owner and an active farmer, I know the challenges firsthand that you face to run your business and your farm. Give us a call, 419-738-7447, for your auto, home, life, farm, commercial, crop, and financial services. Or check us out on the web at AlanDavisInsurance.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson, Josh Bishop, just underway. Fourth quarter action. The clock is running with Wapak up 35-0, but Kenton threatening for the first time in this game. Well, not really. Their first possession ended up an interception. And it went the same way. They got the ball inside the Wapak 20, and that was a nice completion. And that was, again, Beasley on the receiving end there. Again, one of those four receivers for the Kenton Wildcats in the top 10 in receiving coming into this game. Bouchon managed to find him, and it's 1st and 10 now from the Wapak 15. So let's see if they can put some points on the board. Bouchon steps under pressure. Throws in the left side of the corner of the end zone.
Just outside the hands, man. I mean, that was a really good throw.
It was a quick release. He threw it a little high, and he actually had him open there momentarily. But what a nice release and a nice throw on the run.
Nice throw, man.
On the run for a sophomore.
Yes, it was. Beasley with just extension. If he would have been an inch or two taller, man, I think he would have brought that down because Beasley's been all over. I mean, I like the way he stepped up and threw that ball. Great throw.
Clock continues to run with the score being 35-0. Here goes Bouchon, rolling right, and he's just going to ground it as his intended receiver was covered over there. He wanted to throw the ball out to Jace Miller, but Miller had lots of red shirts behind him, and didn't look like it was an acceptable opportunity for Bouchon to try to get him the ball. So to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 14. 10:06 remaining. It's been all Wapakoneta today, but Wapak was a little sloppy in that first half with an interception on their first possession, a fumble 2 possessions later. They managed to get out of their funk so far as consistency is concerned after that last fumble. And we've got a timeout on the field. And we'll keep it right here. I want to remind you about our sponsors for tonight's contest, as always, G.A. Windsor & Sons. You know, G.A. Windsor has been a sponsor of mine since 1997 for the many years that I've done any kind of broadcasting for Wapakoneta High School sports, whether it's basketball or football. Great supporters of the community. We told you earlier about Alan Davis, but every one of these sponsors that are supporting us here tonight really back everything that happens with Wapakoneta High School in the Wapakoneta community, and our thanks to them. And that includes Minster Bank, Miller's Corral, Ted Miller. Boy, if you're looking for an appliance, why go to the big box stores? You can go to Miller's Corral. You can get the same price, but what you get is great service. Ted Miller comes to your house, takes out your old appliance, installs the new one. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. He does it in a timely fashion, and it's included in your price. Miller's Corral. See Ted Miller and tell him Big Dan sent you.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, Dan. Good people over there.
Bouchon under pressure has to get rid of it, and it's going to be picked off by Wapak. Mullins on the receiving end of that one. Returns it back up over the 20-yard line.
Nice pick. That's the second one of the night.
Bouchon just threw up a desperation pass, it looked like. I mean, again, looking a little sloppy out there when he needs to stay a little bit more in control. It was only third down. He had another opportunity to get the first down or a touchdown, and he just chucked it as he was under pressure and under great pursuit by the Wapakoneta defense. So with 9:27 and the clock running, Wapak up 35-0. They'll take over on the INT, and that's just another turnover for Kenton. They started the game with an interception and then stalled out the rest of the first half, and now 2 interceptions here in the second half. Gives the ball back to the Redskins, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Looks like on the run there is going to be Bryson Pack. So maybe Nouse is getting a little bit of a breather there as Pack is in.
I don't play Nouse the rest of the night.
Yep.
Let him sit, get him ready for next week.
Yep. I think you're right.
Yep. Get your starters out as much as possible.
We may see a little bit more of that on the defensive end now. The clock is running and we're under 9 minutes.
Yeah. They're going to just take as much time as possible. Try to get this game over with.
2nd and 3 from the 31. Again, trying to cut around left end is Bryson Pack, the junior. Yeah. Do you see him following the senior now, going into next year as being the go-to guy in the backfield right now? What do you think?
I don't know if he'll be that guy. We got a good fullback, and I don't know with Andre as a JV. He's a bigger back. He's our fullback on the JV. He's a really big kid, about 190 pounds. So I don't know. Pack will probably be your halfback, more your wingback kind of guy. He's not a big kid. He's 155, 160 pounds, but he can fly like the wind.
Got to remember, we got Grant Hauser coming back too in that H-back position, and
right.
I still want to see more out of him over the next couple of weeks.
Maybe we'll just make Hauser the fullback next year. He's 6'5", 240. I don't think they'll do that, but we do got him next year, man. With another year under his belt, he's going to go to all these camps. He's going to be a weapon.
Let's hope so. They already have a couple of great receiving weapons moving forward, but let's get past this year and let's get into the playoffs.
Right.
4th and 5 from the 29 is going to bring out Beach in the punting unit, and that's probably, we talk about his kicking leg. This has been his weakness. He's last in the WBL when it comes to punting, and he needs to turn that a little bit up too if we are going to get into the playoffs.
And he just did. He just
he
nailed
got a
one.
nice one there, and it takes a Wapakoneta bounce inside the 10, down inside the 5.
Wow.
Is it going to be down inside the 5? It is.
What
and
a kick.
Mullins
down there to get his speedy self down there.
We've been calling his name a lot the last 2 weeks. That's good. That's good.
Another sophomore.
So that puts the ball. Geez, where are they going to mark it? I thought they had it inside the 5. Yes, they do.
Yeah, you're seeing some backups in here. You got some Andre.
There we go.
Andre's coming out number 24.
There we go.
He plays D line.
And running back too.
And running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tough kid. And you got some backup DBs.
I like what I saw out of Andre Longsworth, number 24, offensively last year in the toward the end of that game with Shawnee. Here's the screen pass over the middle. It's caught. He's got some running room to the 30, to the 35, and wrestled out of bounds on the receiving end of that as Bouchon connects with Beasley for a big gainer and gets their backs off the wall.
Chasing him
gives
down
him some breathing room.
Was Ryan Richardson and Noah Bishop, along with Grant Stauffer. Got trips left here.
Bouchon looks to the right, though, and boy, his guy wasn't even ready for that ball. I don't think it was intended for him, as Perkins on the receiving end down there, or the intended receiver, I should say, wasn't really expecting that ball. Bouchon threw it way behind him, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 39. Wapak back here next week against Elida on the road to Bath, and to finish the season, boy, it's hard not to look at that Salina game, last game of the season, and think that's going to be a battle, and really looking forward to that. Gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 from the 45. So it is. It's nice to see. It's nice to see them get some playing time. The last couple of weeks we've been able to do that. You know, bring in the second string and bring up some of those backups to get some real playing time, not kneeling down and running the clock out that way. They get to actually get out there and hit, as Bishop on the tackle over there with a host of other Redskins. And again, you look at this, you look at these members of the JV team and some of these other sophomores and juniors, and you can really tell this team is fast all the way up and down the board. That's always good to see. It's a big 4th down, 4th and 5 with 4:37 remaining in the game. Bouchon's got that 3 wide receivers to the left. He's looking that way the whole time. Now looks across the middle.
Oh, did he just catch that? I just think he did.
Oh,
I think he brought that in.
Wow, Beasley with a great catch as he was sliding down.
Holy
It bounced
Toledo.
off his chest. It bounced into his hand. He tipped it back from his hand to himself and makes the completion.
What a catch.
For the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 44. 4 minutes remaining in this game. Wow. We've seen some good ones tonight. Again, it's Beasley trying to break tackles.
Nice tackle from Pack again.
And he was lucky to get back to the
I
line
gotta
of
think
scrimmage.
Pack's in the double-digit tackling. He's close. He's got to be close to 10 tackles tonight.
Second and 10 from the 44, 3:33 remaining. Bouchon looks right, fires right, it's caught. And running down the right sideline, number 26 is Perkins, and Perkins inside the 10, out of bounds inside the 5.
They're gonna get blocking the back on their corner.
There's a flag
out the left
on the play. As things slow down, the one thing that doesn't slow down is the clock, with Wapak up 35-0. Even though there's a flag on the play, it's just going to keep draining that clock and put a dagger in the Kenton Wildcats' hopes of being able to put some points on the board here tonight.
And that really sucks, because it would have been one-on-one with the corner out there, but he didn't have to block in the back like that. You had a really good receiver in there, and, man, that was still one-on-one. You let your receiver do that without putting the blocking the back's never a good thing, Dan. And you're told that. We try to teach that in midget. It's so hard for the guys to realize that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's hard for them to stop their momentum at that age.
Right.
It's not so much intended to extend their hands and block in the back. Yeah. It's more running into the back at that age, because they just can't stop their momentum. They don't know when to stop. And you tell them to get after the ball, you know, and you tell them to.
And it always goes back to this, Dan,
that.
how fast the game is.
And offensively, when you're following the game, like you said, it's fast. But yeah, there's a nice little screen. But let's get back to that. I mean, that whole idea of chasing your offensive player with the ball down the field. You want to be able to get to him quickly, and you want to be able to help him down the field. But sometimes your momentum just doesn't allow you to get in front of the defensive player. 3rd and 4 from the 38, and he's going down.
Nowhere to go, and I think this might be number 16. And Ware on the tackle. You got Gabby. No, this is Braylon Walter on the tackle. Braylon Walter, the DN.
Kyle Holzkamp was also in there.
Kyle Holzkamp, that's
68.
what I meant. 68, Kyle Holzkamp. Nice.
It'll be 4th and 7 for Kenton, so if they're going to do anything, they have to do it right now. They need the first down if they're going to try to put any kind of points on the board with $1:20 remaining. Bouchon taking his time. He wants to make sure he gets this right. Takes the snap, looks, throws, caught.
And he just
breaking a tackle.
And he got it.
25, and again, that's Hammond on the receiving end, but does he have enough for the first down? Yes, he does. They're going to move the chains, but they're running out of time right now. 58 seconds remaining. They need to line up and get this ball down the field if they want to put some points on the board before the end of the game and get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Bouchon sets it up, looks, fires, caught.
Oh, and he dropped it.
Did he drop it? Oh,
yeah.
He did.
Dodds on the coverage there for Wapak. I mean, I'll tell you what, the quarterback thinks, man, I can just throw you anything, anywhere, and you're going to catch it, because that catch we saw him make earlier is pretty nasty. And here we go, going deep here. Got the quarterback and a quick,
Boy, he went down hard, and that might even be injured down there as DeLong coming up with a limp. And I don't know if he's going to get off the field in time. 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
They're going to end the game.
2, and they're just going to walk it off from here. And the Wapakoneta Redskins are going to move to 5-2 on the season after game number 7. And we're back here next week against Elida. Wow, what a crazy game. Too many turnovers for Wapak, a little sloppy on the line, but your thoughts?
I tell you what, I thought we started kind of slow on the offensive line. We got things going. We got Jace rolling, and Jace had his way tonight, and then another good night from Caleb Moyer. He did throw a pick there early, but he kind of got over it and threw some stuff, and we just kind of owned the game. I don't know. I think Wapak's rolling. Our defense, Dan, I want to give props to our defense. They are just doing a good job. Is that the third?
Well, yeah, I want to talk about the stats once again. Coming into this game over the last 4 games, 142-19. That's how they outscored their opponent, and they do it again tonight. Add another 35, and zip for the defense tonight. So a good performance overall by Wapak, but certainly below average. It just didn't seem like that same kind of intensity. They'll have to turn it up against Elida next week, and then on the road to Bath, and then finally with Salina. So that'll bring us to the end of tonight's contest. For our tag team partner, Josh Bishop, our videographers, Diana and Isaac Sell, Jack, the Sea Hag Hagerman, and Glenn Miller and his band of renown, I'm Big Dan Wilson. Our final score here from Wapakoneta, it's the Redskins 35, the Kenton Wildcats nothing. Have a good night, everybody.
Tonight's high school football action on TSC has been brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications.
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.
I'm sure your camping season was a lot of fun this year, so don't lose a minute of fun next year. At Kill RV Service, we're scheduling repairs for the winter season as well as remodel and insurance work. And due to high demand, we're offering 2 Saturday winterizing drive-thrus, October 14th and November 4th, both from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV Service. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.